Hey there, YouTube land, and today I'm going to show you some of the lines I use on my vintage reels. And as you could probably guess, these are more modern lines, mainly because it's hard to find fishing line from the vintage fishing line that's in good shape, because you don't know how it's stored really. But these are lines that have been around for a while. A couple of these will be. So the main line I use is Berkeley Trilene big game line for most of my general game fish, like if I'm out in the bass waters and whatnot. This is 8-pound line. I have used the 10-pound line too, but I personally find that the 8-pound line, one, I can fit a lot more of it on my reels, two, it casts a little further, and three, it has a good amount of strength for most of your freshwater fish. It's one of my favorites, very good line, and the main thing I like about it is, as you can read on here, this is it was a 1700 yard spool, so you can get a lot of line for a decent price, usually $6-7, but you get like over 1,000 yards. To me, that's a pretty good price, so it'll last me a while. Another line I like is Lou's Mr. Crappie Monofilament. This is also a very good line, pretty affordable, and again, you get a lot of line. This one's 2,000 yards. This is the 4-pound line. I do like using their 6-pound line, but all I could find it in when I tried to look for it was the yellow color. Not that there's anything wrong with yellow line, but I would prefer a clear. That's another one of my favorite lines. Now this, obviously, I only put on lighter stuff like a 308 or a 408 Mitchell or my Zebco 66. And that's mainly for trout and panfish. Trout, crappies, perch, etc. And yep, there's Lou's Mr. Crappie line. And another one, I've used this quite a bit before, but I recently picked some up because it was cheap. Zebco Omniflex. You get 700 yards of line for, it used to be $1.74, and now it's going for like, I think $2 now. $2 and something cents. I don't remember exactly how much, but still a fair price. This is the 6-pound line because most of the stores I go to don't carry the Mr. Crappie monofilament, so I can only order that online. Usually a lot of them carry this stuff. It's a good line for the price. That's currently what I have spooled up on my light action combos. And maybe another time I'll do a video on when I use 4 and when I use 6-pound line, since those are the two common light action lines. I don't use 2-pound line. I just find that ridiculous for what not saying it's bad, it's just I don't see why I would use it. I don't feel it can, where I go, it's not really anything I would want to use. But and basically, yes, all the lines I use, they're all monofilament. And the reason I use that is, well, one, most of the reels from that time frame, they would have put monofilament on them, at least the ones that I have. Two, they're not really built for braid. I don't really care for braid. Like I say, not saying it's a bad line, but I just don't care for it. And fluorocarbon, well, it's a little more expensive, so mono's the cheapest of those 3 lines, so that's what I use. It's what I can afford, and it works for me. If you have better luck with braid or fluoro, stick with it. Me, I just have the best of luck with monofilament. But anyway, that's enough of that. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe.